Whether it is the sound of rain on the tin roof, rivers, waterfalls, the perfect use of natural reed by chirping birds, crooning of a singer, or the rhythmic variations and combinations of notes on musical instruments, all of these arouse sensations and feelings deep inside that entertain, calm, and relax all of us.
Whether it is the sound produced by rain, by water, by birds, or by us, or even by the musical instruments, all sounds are produced by the vibrations of some entity. I am showing you how. This is the steel scale, and we can produce sound using this steel scale by setting it into vibrations. We can distinguish every sound from the other sound on the basis of some characteristics of the sound waves produced. I am showing you how can we make a difference between the two sounds. Three qualities are there, or characteristics of sound waves are there. First one is the frequency. Frequency tells us how fast it is vibrating. So when it is vibrating like this, how fast it is moving, that will determine the frequency. Number of oscillations or number of vibrations that this body makes in 1 second, that is the frequency. And frequency determines the shrillness of the sound. I am showing you it on the keyboard. We have octaves, different octaves, and if I name these keys, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. This is how one octave is formed. 7 these keys and 5 black keys. Now if I am using a particular key of one particular octave, say this one, this is E. Then if I am using the same key of another octave, this sound is shriller than this. It means its frequency is more. Actually, in this instrument, every octave, every key of one particular octave has frequency double to the same key of the previous octave. So as we move towards this side or on the higher octave, the frequency is more. More frequency means shriller sound. High frequency, low frequency. High frequency, low frequency. Higher frequency, low, high. So this is how we can distinguish on the basis of frequency. Shriller sound means more frequency. Now another characteristic of sound is the amplitude of the vibrating body. Amplitude means how far it moves away from its undisturbed position. When I set into vibration, so it starts moving like this. So if it is moving up to this point and then coming back and then moving this, so this part I call it amplitude. From here to here and then back, then here, then back, then here, then back. So this distance is amplitude, and this determines how loud the sound is. So loudness is determined by this. Now loudness means it is possible that we have the same frequency but different loudness. Now see this particular frequency. This is B note. So now the frequency is same, the shrillness is not changing. What is changing is the loudness of the sound. So any particular key, frequency same, shrillness of the sound is same, it is only the loudness which is changing, and it is depending on how am I pressing the key. If I am pressing it gently, the loudness is less. More force, loudness increasing. Now sometimes it may also happen that two sound waves have same frequency, means same shrillness, same amplitude or loudness, but even then the sound is entirely different. I am showing you how. This is a particular key. I am keeping the amplitude same and same key I am using, but in different modes, or we can say taking different instrument setting. So it is possible that you have one particular note produced on piano and the another one same note with same loudness on some other instrument. But even then, sound is entirely different. Frequency is same, loudness is same, but even then. Now this I will show why, how does it happen. You understand it in terms of a diagram. This, if I plot a wave, wave means it is the vibration of some entity, and I have plotted it how it is changing with time. This is a wave. This is another type of wave. This is another type of wave. Different type of waves. This much span. Once going in this direction, coming back, then again coming back. This one completes one full vibration. In all three. This span determines the frequency. So if these peaks are very close, it means higher frequency. If they are moving apart, lower frequency. But in all these three, this span has been kept same. So frequency is same. Amplitude is this much. How far from this line? This is the amplitude. This is the amplitude. This is the amplitude. I have kept in all three same amplitude, same frequency, but even then sound is entirely different. And the reason is because the waveform produced by different instrument is entirely different. We call this quality of sound wave. So there are three characteristics that we have talked about. One is the frequency, which tells how fast a body is vibrating. The frequency that our ears can sense is from 20 per second to 20,000 per second. But in conversation, the frequency that we human beings produce is generally from about 100 to about 11 or 1200. But it varies from person to person. So frequency determines the shrillness. Amplitude.